Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world, cryptocurrency. That's right. Pretty good couple days. We are getting bullish. I'm excited about what's going to come up in the future. And I'm especially excited for tomorrow, October 26th, Thursday, because the Affiliate Advertising Club is going to launch. They delayed it by 2 days. I talked about that yesterday. Basically, they wanted to make sure everyone got their deposits in, and it seems now that things are ready to go. So there was an update on their Facebook that I got sent from someone else because I don't have Facebook, where they explained that yes, they are launching October 26th. And I thought I'd just take the time today to try and explain what the one-line matrix is in the Affiliate Advertising Club, or the AAC. This is the line which defines how you are going to get paid, essentially, from using this. The way it works is that you will deposit your funds into the platform using preferably Litecoin, because you have a 0.5% lower fee on that, but you can use a bunch of other coins. I've made a video about that already. Please check up here for how to deposit. At the end of this video, I'm going to put in some more Litecoin from Coinbase. So if you want to see how to do it, then you can watch. We're not launched yet, so we're depositing money in so that as soon as it's ready to go, we're already deposited in, and then we can buy the packages straight away, right? You don't want to have to wait on that, right? But from what I can see, once you've deposited money into the platform, you can't pull it back out. You must buy packages with it, so be careful with that, okay? See it like an ROI DApp, okay? So the one line matrix explained. Let's get into it. So what's happening is you are going to be purchasing traffic packs. Traffic packs is the name of them, right? And on the right there, I have like a cylinder. I made a kind of a cylinder, right, with a 2x times 2 at the top. It means that every time your traffic pack gets to the top of that cylinder, you're going to double your money. And it's going to fall out the cylinder, and then you're going to have to decide what to do with that money. That's essentially what a one-line matrix is. So it's not an MLM matrix because you're not spreading down. It's not a pyramid scheme because there's not a triangle shape, right? It's one line. By default in the AAC, once you get sent to the top of that cylinder, you are going to be automatically compounding it back into the bottom of the cylinder with a new travel pack, okay? So if you had $20, you're going to pop up with $40, like in the picture there, right? Then that is going to automatically compound back down, and you'll buy a new travel pack of $40 going into the bottom, waiting for your cycle to get to the top again, where it will turn into 80. Then come back down to the bottom, go back up, like they buy all with 80, go back up, double 160, this kind of idea, okay? But you can turn it off. We're going to look at how to do that. The recommended strategy, we're going to look at that too, where they do recommend that you keep the auto compounder on for a couple cycles. One, because you can't afford in these early stages to miss like even 5 minutes of other people getting up ahead of you, right? Because if you're late to auto compound that into the bottom again, that means 5, 10, 100 people are going to be there ahead of you, and they're going to get their money before you. The one thing to understand about this one-line matrix is, like, say the chart there, right? I have a 20, 40, 10, 110, 40, 200, right? Just random amounts of travel packages. I think the maximum is actually 160, so I made a mistake there for each package. So, for example, the $20 one, right? It's sitting there, essentially. Say he was the only guy in this, right? And he's sitting there and he's waiting for enough funds to come into the cylinder or into the matrix to give him double his money. Someone buys a $40 travel pack, and that's going to pop out. The $20 is going to pop out double. He's going to get 40, right? If he leaves the compounder on, he's going to come straight in under it. But then say another guy's got $10. So then we have this guy with $40 waiting to get his cycle out. But he needs double that, so he needs $80 rewards. So the 10 comes in, but that's not going to move him out of it, right? Meaning that we're getting clocked up. But then a guy comes in with $110, that puts up 110 plus 20, pays the guy his 80, right? And then we're left with another 40. meaning that now the cycle begins again, right? So the risk is, of course, that if no new money comes into the bottom of the one-line matrix, there's no rewards to pay the double to the people to be sent out the cycle. The other big thing about the AAC is it's affiliate marketing, right? Based ads. You can put up your own ads. I'm going to be doing that. But at the same time, you must be clicking on these ads. You've got to click on at least 5 ads a day. Plus, apparently there's going to be email ads as well that you're going to get called solo ads sent to your email address. You need to click on them, click on the link in the email, and click on the site for 5 different ads. If you do not do this, then you will be stuck. And everyone else in the line who hasn't done it that day will move ahead of you. And that could be 10 people. I mean, there's 13, 14, 15,000 people in this now. So it could be hundreds of people all getting ahead of you, getting their payout before you. So these are the important things. Funds of newly purchased packs reward those at the top because it's a Ponzi, right? This is not financial advice. I'm explaining to you how this works. Ads must be engaged with daily or that travel pack will not move upwards for that day. And by default, the auto compounder is set on. So let's first look at some different things that have been changed on this site. So we're on the site here, the link in the description, of course, to the AAC. You're going to want to come up to, first we'll go through how to turn off the auto compounder if you do want to, but I'm not gonna. Then we're going to look at how to turn on two-factor identification, which you really should do for your security. This is not on the blockchain. You're just sending crypto into a website, very easily hackable, right? But today they enabled two-factor identification, so I would say take it, right? So we come first to our, is it stats? Or account, my profile, right? Okay, so you're going to see your name and your email address, which is going to be the one that they're going to send the solo packs to at solo ads. Then we have here auto repurchase, right? So if you want to turn that off, click it off, right? That's it. Then click update. Don't click terminate membership. That will wipe out all your details, right? But if you want to keep it on, keep it on. If you want to turn on two-factor authentication, you need to turn it on. Click here to generate a code in order to enable it. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to turn it on. You need the Google app for two-factor identification, which is this one here. So I'm going to scan the code. It's called Google Authenticator. You'll find it in the App Store and all that stuff. Of course, I'm not going to show you my code because security, you know. But then on the screen, it's going to show you up as a code. You're going to scan that code. Then it's going to give you a number which rotates all the time, right? And then you just type in what that number is, and it will authenticate your account, so that every time you sign into this, you're going to have to use Google Authenticator to do that, right? So now I have enabled two-factor, two-step verification, okay? Which is great. Really happy with that. Security, right? Safety. Do it as soon as possible, please. You don't want to get like, imagine you got like some refs or you put $1,000 in here and then you've lost it all and there's no way getting it back. Okay, this is not blockchain. This is an old-fashioned website, right? On that note as well, we'll then talk about, so that's how to get to the account, my profile, right? Okay, you want to turn off all repurchases here. I heard you might have to change your password first before you can do this. And that's my authentication on, okay? If you want to turn it off, then you need to put in the two-factor authentication code here, right, to turn it off. Easy peasy. That's those things here. Why is going to be pretty important to get your money deposited in because of what they think is going to happen with the launch. Okay, so we'll come to Member Home. Right, on Member Home, there's 2 videos to watch, right? And it's this one that, the first video where they talk, I think it's about halfway through. Okay, so here he tells a story about halfway through on the 6-minute mark. He tells a story about an old lady when the guy Colin Montgomery ran this program years ago, and it ran for 2 years. He told an old lady to get into this on day 1 and that she was going to make loads of money. She went in with $20 and she was too skeptical about it. And it killed her dream, essentially. So he's saying that if she'd have gone in hard with all of her bag, she would have made loads. But she was too worried, and she didn't. And she ended up making quite a lot of money, thousands of dollars. But if she'd have put in thousands of dollars, she would have made millions of dollars. So he's saying that first 24 hours of launch are the fastest. It's the magical time where cycles in our cylinder are going to happen so often, that people are just going to be making double as more people get into this platform, right? Because the cylinder will be short in the beginning cycles and it gets longer as more cycles go on. So look at this website, right? Does this website look like it's going to be able to handle heavy traffic? No, it's not. So the best thing you can do right now, if you're interested in this platform, is get your deposits in right now. The next 24 hours after launch will be very fast. The next week will be fast. So if you're watching this 1 week later, he predicts, the creator of this, that it will still be fast until finally cycles will happen roughly every month, but will continue to get longer until there's a new rush of investment that comes into it and possibly makes it speed up, right? So that's one thing to watch out for. The other thing he talks about is the simple strategy, right? But it says basically this: start off with $100, leave the auto purchase feature on, okay, the one we looked at. It's enabled on by default, by the way, and let the ARP double its position 5 times. That means this bottom of the cylinder to the top 5 times. On the 4th time, you disable the auto repurchase. Take out twice what you started with, withdraw that much, and then put back in what's left with new purchases. Oh, then every time it pays out double when it gets to the top, sorry. So you get another double at the top because, as we were saying in the chart, every time you get to the top, you get double. So then after that point of running this 4 times on auto cycle, auto compounding, on the 5th time, take out your initial. So if it was $100, take out double your initial, which is $200, put the rest back in, and then every time it cycles through, just withdraw half of it as profit and put in the other half to continue growing your bag and continue the sustainability of this whole platform. That's the suggested simple strategy, right? Pretty easy to understand. Are people going to do this? I don't know. Last thing we're going to do is look at funds. So we want to deposit some more funds. We will be using today Coinbase again, and I'll be using Litecoin because it has the lowest tax. Wow, we're up to 16,000 members now, even more than I expected. This is growing so fast. So just because the user base on this is growing so fast, I'm thinking about actually depositing a lot more into this than I initially thought. I was going to go for 1,000. Probably I'm going to double that and go for 2,000, especially because the crypto market's been kind of rebounding quite a lot. But we'll just start there. So I've got $100, I think that was. We've got 196 pounds, right, of Litecoin. So let's just take another $100 of Litecoin. We say, what do we want to do? We want to do $100 of Litecoin. We go here, we go deposit, right? Then it's going to give you your very own address. This is your address for this one transaction and only for you, right? So you copy the amount of Litecoin. You need exactly that, okay? We come to Coinbase, for example. We go to send and receive. We want to send Litecoin, the exact amount, 1.4871, okay? And then you need the address that you're going to send to. Don't use these old addresses. It's a new address you're going to get. If you send it to the old address, you've lost it, right? Then come here and paste that, okay? That will be the one. Barbecue it ends with, right? Did it end with barbecue? Yeah, BBQ, okay. Then that's it. So that is the exact amount of Litecoin I was going to send. 1.487 Litecoin. We preview that send. Verify that it's exactly the same as it was that we were looking at, right? 1.487146, 1.487146, MRH ending with barbecue, MRH ending with barbecue, right? Then we send. So it'll take about half an hour for that to arrive, and that will be it. So you're going to get texted a message probably to your phone, and you put that into your stuff. All this factors and things just to make sure we don't get rugged, huh? Then we just get rugged anyway. Anyway, so I have been Crypto Mischief. I hope you enjoyed this explanation video on what is the one-line matrix and how this whole platform is going to happen. Hopefully we all get in early enough on launch day and the website isn't too difficult to use, because there's a lot of people going to try and do the same thing at the same time. It's going to be intense. Really excited for it. Peace. Get some rest. Big day tomorrow. Don't get wrecked.